let's consider the fact first that you're arrested. It's most likely because the police officers suspect you of being a criminal, of being a thief. So what do you do in that situation? Most people are inclined to want to talk their way out of it. But the fact of the matter is that police are very skeptical of what they hear from suspects in general. They've made up their mind by and large by the time they detain you to quote unquote investigate. Truth of the matter is they're probably already going to arrest you and you're not going to talk your way out of it. So the worst thing you could do is try to talk your way out of it, because you're going to do one of two things. You're going to either tell the truth or you're not going to tell the truth. You have an absolute fundamental right to remain silent. While a police officer may accuse you of being uncooperative by exercising your right to remain silent, the thing that matters the most is not what happens during your arrest, but what happens when you get to court. How's the court going to look back on your conduct? And the court will never hold against you the fact that you exercised your rights that are guaranteed to you under the Constitution of the United States. So you have a right to remain silent. Exercise that right. And the way that you manage to remain cooperative, if not in the eyes of the police officers, but definitely in the eyes of the judge when you get there, the way that you manage to remain cooperative, you stay respectful, you do what the officers say in terms of sitting down, standing up, moving into their car, getting out of their car. You don't fight them, you don't resist, you remain polite. But you exercise your right to remain silent, and you exercise your right to decline consent for anything that they request. The fact that you exercise your right to remain silent and that you decline all consent will never, ever be held against you when you get to court. If you go to a jury trial to have 12 people from the community determine whether the allegations are true, the jury will never hear that you declined consent or that you declined to speak, that you exercise your right to remain silent. The jury will never hear that. A judge is trained to not hold that against a person, to view all the facts except those when reaching a conclusion. And so that's the best way to handle any arrest. Now, whether it's for grand theft, petty theft, a violent crime, a non-violent crime, even a DUI, the best thing that you can do is you stay cooperative, you stay respectful, you do not resist, but you exercise all your rights. You decline to consent to any search, to any seizure, and you decline to provide a statement. If you do provide a statement and you're honest, like I said, if the police already determined to arrest you, you're not going to talk your way out of it. If you did commit the crime, then you're giving them all the evidence they need to convict you. And if you lie, and they can prove that you're lying, then you rest assured that any judge or any jury who has to determine whether they think you're guilty of the crime will consider your dishonesty as a factor that probably proves you're guilty. You're hiding something. So exercise those rights. Don't say anything.